was warm.
Gotta remember to take all my things off. I feel frizzy.
I know.
Oh, I'm sweating too. Hey guys!
That was a good one.
I know, I felt it.
I did too.
Like solid.
Yeah, and it just sets the tone for the whole video. I know it's gonna be a good one.
If you guys are feeling it too, you could totally give this video a thumbs up.
I already know you're going to because you guys loved this video so much the last time we did it that we're like, hey man, we're bringing it back.
Again. The positive people in us, the optimistic people, don't want to be negative, but I think it's healthy to just kind of like be honest about things in your life, man.
Yeah, just do that. Not to mention, I think it creates a really awesome thing where you guys kind of tell us what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You guys even gave us tips on some of the products from the last video, which I turned into a positive item for me, so that's awesome. And we love all of you guys, so you should definitely subscribe and be a part of this family.
So that we can stay together forever. I watched the movie today, If I Stay, and it made me feel real strong about family, so like I'm real emotional today, and I don't want you guys to leave, so stay.
Bonus, if you are one of our subscribers, which is
if
totally
you guys do
free,
stay,
yeah, then you will be entered to win a MacBook Air if you're a subscriber. That's all you have to do. Boom, done.
Yes, and if you want a chance to win an iPad, then you just go over to our Instagram, 11thgorgeous, and like and comment on those photos and follow us there, and you could be entered for that.
All right, let's talk about some of the products that are not worth the hype, / they disappointed us, /
they just, something about them wasn't quite right for us.
there you go. Who wants to start? I think I do.
Go girl.
I will. You know, I'm gonna start out with a product that is very expensive. Here's what I'll say. It's expensive, but I feel like you get a lot for your money, but I did not. And that is the NARS Stephen Klein Blush Contour, what it's called, One Shocking Moment Cheek Studio Palette.
I think it's like $60-something.
I was
maybe
gonna
70.
look.
It's like upper 60s.
And I don't even know if you can get this particular one anymore. Don't know that you can, but.
If my mind serves me right, I think it was like 68.
So it's gorgeous. I was so excited about it, but I have a problem with 3 out of 7 of the products in this, and that is a little ingredient I like to call bismuth oxychloride. There are like 2 contour blush, and that's these 2 right here, Paloma 1 and Paloma 2, and I can't use these because they have the bismuth oxychloride. I can use Laguna, so that's awesome. But then this, I believe, is, right, yeah, under. Okay, so this is Dolce Vita. Gorgeous, I wish I could use it.
Because you love red and orange.
I know, I can't use it. Can't use it, it's got it in here too. So I have 3 blush colors and this bronzer that I can use, which is great, but it's almost like cutting the palette in half.
It's like you lose some money from the palette. I have that palette too, and I don't know what it is about it, I just don't reach for it very often. I got a little kick on the orange shadow for a while, and maybe I'll try it again. You can use the orange shadow,
yeah,
right?
I can.
It's a pretty blush, not shadow.
I was saying shadow and I was gonna help her, but
I figured it out.
Anyway.
But yeah,
I'm really sad. This is also a problem I had with the Hourglass Ambient Light palette. I can't use that either because all of the shades in that have it, so I gave that to
So do your research before you buy things so that doesn't happen to you.
And it breaks me out. I don't know if that's why I can't use it.
I'm sorry, I burped in the middle of you talking.
It's okay.
Apologies.
It's natural.
The gas had to come out. My first one is a foundation, and it is a drugstore one, which typically, I mean, I'm not as sad when I find not so great products in the drugstore because they're affordable, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on as much money. This one is the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. And my problem with this one is, at first, I was like, okay, this will be good for my skin because it's hydrating and I have dry skin, but I just don't feel like it sets on my skin. You know when you put something on your skin and some things feel like they soak in and they do what they're supposed to.
They like kind of goes to a finish and you can touch it and it becomes part of your face.
This just feels like it just sets on top of my face and never actually blends into my face.
And like if you were to hug a person, you leave your face on their shoulder.
Or if you just like touch your face or wear sunglasses, like it's off in no time. So it didn't really work for me. It's supposed to be like gel whipped and all kinds of velvetness, and it feels velvet, but it does not set.
Yeah, lame.
So.
Speaking of foundation, we hauled this in a like new at Ulta or a Ulta haul video, and it's It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC+. I like the feel of it. I like the fact that it has SPF. There's something weird about the color. It's not that it's like too light or too dark, really. I got it in light. It just has like a weird green or something hue to it when I put it on my skin. I find myself feeling like that's not my skin or better. Yeah, because that's what it's called. And I don't know if everyone, I mentioned it before, I don't know if people are using the like luminous one or what, because I feel like I hear people talk about this all the dang time. And when I put it on, I'm just not like, Like, I'm like, ew. Like, that color doesn't look good. Like, it has a weird...
I've never tried it before, so I
don't even
it already
know,
looks green.
I don't even know if you'll get a good appreciation for it just on your hand.
It feels good, man.
I'm not totally against it, like I said. It has a citrusy. Yeah, it's citrusy.
That smells like butt.
No, it doesn't. It smells like citrus.
Okay, something I have on my hand
Smells
mixed
like
with
butt?
it. Mixed with it is not...
Like, smell here. It's just orangey.
No, it has a slight off scent. Okay, so it smells like when somebody has thrown up in a bathroom and you go in there afterwards.
Ew.
And it's like soured a little bit.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Or they've put that stuff down and it's mixed with the two things.
It smells like sour
yeah,
cube.
no, I got it. I know what you're talking about. It does. Okay, I got it.
She'll never feel the same about that foundation again.
I won't be able to wear it.
Puke.
Okay. Anyway, I'm kind of wanting to try...
Oh.
I'm kind of wanting to try the illuminating one.
Maybe it doesn't smell like puke.
Maybe it doesn't, but I kind of also would like to get a sample before I do it. Y'all,
Sure it doesn't smell like puke.
I'm kind of wanting to get slightly into the like light reflecting property foundations and concealers and stuff like
Kind
that.
of like how you do that with your house paint.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, I think it's supposed to help with like, anyway, if you have recommendations.
You know the Laura Mercier is supposed to be kind of light reflecting. It's got this like sheen
the
glitteriness.
secret brightening powder?
Yeah,
I
which
hate that
does
stuff.
have flashback. I
Yeah,
have
it
proof. My next product is kind of a newer product. I still really want to like this. It's the Benefit Dew the Hula, like D-E-W. And it's like a liquid bronzer. Okay, two things I did today, because I was like, maybe I should include this. So
Give it one more try.
So the first thing I did is I tried to contour with it. Patchy. So I tried to contour with it. You put your foundation on and then you kind of like do like a liquid contour and then you put the other contour on top of it. Patchy. When I would try to blend it, instead of blending, it was like wiping it off. And then it's sticky.
Hey, Heather.
I love the smell. Have you gotten to smell it?
I don't know that I have.
It smells so good. But the color's also a little bit like
Orange. Holy
Yeah.
orange.
it's really orange. Like it just has a good perfumey
Oh
scent.
yeah, it does smell really good.
So my only thing that I haven't tried yet, which I was researching today, trying to
Put it in your foundation.
was put it in your foundation.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So maybe if you have like a lighter foundation and you want to make it summery, I just ruined my hand. That's the only thing I can think of. But
maybe
for the
you guys
money-
know like how
Yeah.
to make that work.
For the money, at the moment, I have not found a use for it. For the moment and for the price, it's not quite worth it for me, but maybe I can salvage it and find a good use for it.
Maybe.
Let me know below.
Maybe. Okay, this is one.
Ooh, wait, sticky. Touch it.
It's hard for me to tell. Like, I think I could tell better if it was on me. Okay, this is one that I struggled with. Okay, the reason I was afraid or hesitant to talk about it is because it's in collaboration with, I guess she's considered an Instagram girl. One of you guys actually brought this up in the comments of our last video. And I was like, I wanted to talk about it, but I was afraid to talk about it, but it makes me feel better that somebody else found that it wasn't like maybe what you've come to expect from Too Faced. And that is the Stardust Vegas Nay palette. It's cool because it comes with other things like the Better Than Sex mascara, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which I'm like that on that. And then this Glamour Dust Glitter Pigment or something, I don't know.
She likes to keep her packaging.
I do, I really do. I'm so stupid.
I'm so stupid.
Okay, I also even tried to use the cards to like get one of the looks. It did not, I tried to do this one actually.
Woo! I want this glamour pigment.
I tried to do the Stardust look. That's not what I have on today. I have the Too Faced Peach palette, which I love. Colors are really pretty. Every color in this palette. Touch the strip color. And what is your first thought?
It's chalky and it didn't even come
It's
up on my
really
hand.
dry. Like the shadows are really dry. Pink Pearl's better.
Showgirl's not awful, but
So I just felt like there wasn't great consistency in the eyeshadows, not when I would compare it to something like my chocolate bar palettes and stuff like that. I mean, I'm a big lover of like the neutral eye palettes and you know, all those the tins that are like this size, have about 9 eyeshadows, and then all the chocolate bar palettes, Love Sweet Peach. This one, I just was like, ugh. The shadows were kind of hard to work with and I was sad. So tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Tell me if I got a bad one. Did I get a bad one? I don't know. It just is how I feel about it.
my next one is on with the trend of like color correcting kind of, but slash also just concealer, and it's the Naked. I am having a terrible time. I want to say stale and naked. I've been watching
and naked.
something bringing out my southern accent. Naked Skin color correcting fluid, and it says optical blurring, illuminating. I can't remember if they were out of the concealer at the time that I usually get for under the eyes, just their regular concealer. But I was kind of intrigued because I was like, oh, it's peachy and under eye circles and it'll will, you know, brighten and reflect, but the consistency is a little bit thin, so I don't feel like it replaces the concealer. And when I put it underneath my foundation, I feel like I lose it.
Yeah.
Because it's not strong enough to really
Maybe
show
you should
through.
Foundation, concealer, and then hit it with that.
It's just, I don't know. I need to play with how I sandwich it in my makeup, but I just haven't been liking it.
When you don't reach for it, that's how you know.
Right. For me, I think I get enough brightening with just concealer alone that I don't really want to add in. And plus, when you talk about sandwiching things under your under eyes, that's bad for any kind of lines or anything. So, but tell me if you use it and like it.
I have an under eye product as well. This is not really meant to be a concealer, I don't think. It's the Benefit Puff Off Instant Eye Gel to help smooth the look of puffiness. I got this and I thought it was pretty cool. And it has like the little iron tip or whatever.
It's kind of like this. It's got like the peachy reflective.
I think it's more just meant to be an eye cream that you put on. It's just like your first step before you put on all your products or whatever, which is great. I found the First Aid Beauty, the Eye Duty Triple Remedy Eye Cream. It has a pigment to it and it has that like peachy color correctingness to it. So once I found that First Aid Beauty, I realized that like it did everything I wanted this to do. Plus it added coverage and kind of color correcting things that this one just didn't provide for me. So I felt like I was getting more bang for my buck in the First Aid Beauty, and this one I just kind of was like, I don't need you anymore.
Sorry, but it's not me, it's you.
It's been replaced.
Okay, I don't know if I've talked about the next one in like a sense of liking it before. It's not that I truly dislike this one so much as it's just like I'm not quite sure what it's really doing for me. And that's the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And I know it looks like I did not use any out of it. That's because originally I purchased the smaller one. I think I gave the smaller one to Heather after I'd used a little bit of it. And I got this one with points from Birchbox. So technically I've never really like spent actual money on it. I've spent points on it, but I love the way it smells. I like the idea of spraying it on, putting on my makeup, spraying it on to refresh and everything, but I haven't quite seen what it does, if that makes sense. I don't feel like, oh, I can't live without it because it totally makes or breaks my makeup. For that reason, I just feel like I'm putting scented water on my face. Even though it says it's loaded with electrolytes, which, I mean, they're good for, I think, like dehydrated skin and stuff, so.
My thing with the spray on face stuff, like, if I happen to have it around me, I might grab it and do it, but I don't know, like.
It smells yummy. I like the way it smells. It smells like kind of green tea-y, fresh.
Yeah.
But I think that I will not be spending $40, I don't know, however much money is $20, $30, $40 on scented water because I don't know what it does for my face. Tell us, what does it do for you? Like, what have you found?
Or if you've had experience with like the waters and the refreshing mists and things where you're like, oh my God, it's like a game changer. Yeah. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. My next is a palette from Urban Decay, and it is in collaboration with Gwen Stefani, which I used to like Gwen Stefani a lot more. I don't know.
We have hard feelings.
That has nothing to do with the palette.
No, the problem with her is growing up, she had the biggest crush on Gavin Rossdale, so you mess with her crush.
No, but like when the two of them were together, that was like the best combination in the history of all things.
And also, I like Miranda Lambert, so I'm kind of bitter about that too.
Me too.
Quinn and Gavin for life.
I love Gwen as like a musician. I've loved her since I was in the 90s.
She's just mad at her.
Not feeling this palette and her current choice of men. This palette, I used it one time.
That's pretty good.
You know, I'm not gonna say that the shadow quality is not there. I more think that it is a combination of color choices, and I don't think that there are enough mid-tone colors. Feel that there's too many light shadows. I don't feel like I look at this and I see a ton of different eye combinations. So
I could do without most of the entire last row.
It was one of those things where you swatch it with your hand and it feels great, and then when you get the brush and start working with it, there's somewhere lost in translation from palette to the brush to your eye, and
lost in transition, colors did not work.
There you go. And it's like a lot of, do you see that I feel torn about it? I'm torn.
We don't want to put anybody down. We love everyone.
I don't.
But I hear other people talking about this in their videos like this, and it's like, we love all the brands.
Yeah.
We love tons of the brand's products.
Oh yeah.
It's just, there's gonna be products within each brand that just don't work for you.
And not every single product that a brand makes is gonna be a hit out of the park, and we always welcome your feedback and comments, and how do we use it differently?
Go on. My next one is one that I just got it in my brain that I wanted this. I don't even know that this is very hyped up or even talked about. This is the NYX Cream Highlight and Contour Palette.
We should have used that when we were contouring our boobs.
I know, I forgot I had it. This is why I forgot I had it. I used this 2 times. Both times it would not, well right now it's really like thick and like kind of dry. It was sticky and I couldn't quite get it to like blend out.
Yeah.
The color was just kind of a reddish brown that just didn't quite go with my skin.
It looks like as you're doing it, it's like balling up.
It just doesn't quite do what I wanted it to do. I thought since I had dry skin and sometimes contouring and all that stuff will kind of like skip and get patchy on my face with my dry skin, I was like, maybe I need to try cream. But I don't know if cream works for me because I know that this cream didn't work for me. Plus I've been doing okay with powder lately, so there you go. My skin's not as dry.
I think your skincare routine has been adding more moisture into it.
Yes.
Sneak peek coming up next weekend. Oh. Okay, so those are all of the things that we feel like, it didn't work for us. We're kind of disappointed and sad because we want to love all the makeups.
Yes, we do. Tell us down below if any of these things didn't work for you or if any of these things did work for you, and what products have you found recently that don't work for you.
Yeah, we want to know all the things. Go down, have the conversations with each other, with us. It'll be a chat fest. Follow us on all the social medias. Snap us. You watching this, we'll open your snaps. We'll snap back.
Snapbacks.
Yeah, snapbacks.
All right, guys, we love you, and we'll talk to you guys in a video very soon.
We sure will. Bye guys.